Hello, Steve. It's Tomas. So, we're going to be getting together here pretty soon. And so, I thought I would show you some pictures from the last time we were together. I hope that you've had a chance to do some practicing, even though the weather's been kind of crappy. But you're making great progress. And so, I'm looking forward to our next lesson. And these are pictures from lesson 2. And it shows you how much we changed your backswing from this position where you stopped. That was the top of your backswing. Hello, backswing. In the first time we got together, and then this is where we got it to. Afterwards, you can see your hips have turned much more, maybe another 20-30 degrees. Your shoulders have turned drastically more. We'll see that more from the front, but this is down. Still hasn't gotten to the bottom, the left part of your face here. This is all the way under your chin here, so 90 degrees. This is what we're going for here. Hands are nice up above the right shoulder, and so that's a drastic improvement. Now, we did have some problems from the front, and we'll get to that from the caddy view, where you started to do almost like a reverse pivot and lean a little bit to the left, and we'll go through that. But we worked through it in the third lesson, and then we started on talking about the downswing as well. So, and the through swing. So, but this came from. Let's just go to this one here. This came from the process of moving the spine in 3 separate directions. And those directions were to extend up like this, and then tilt to the right, and then turn to the right. So it's extending, tilting, and turning. And as you can see, that puts you pretty much in that position that we were in. Oops, not that one. This one. Oops, not that one either. The position that we were in. Where was that? This one here. Wait, I'll get it for you. This one. Right there. See, that's that position from the back. So, extending, tilting, and turning puts you into this beautiful position compared to the position that you were in when we first started, which was this one here. This one here. So, extending, tilting, and turning was the process, and we went through this several times, a lot of times, and everything was right except that you could see that starting with this, what happened was, we'll put this gauge here around you. What happened was that you were actually leaning a little bit to the left. You see, your whole body was moving. This whole body was moving to the left by the time you got to the top. So there, you see that this whole part of your body moved to the left as you swang to the top. I mean, it's not bad. It's better than the opposite, which would be moving to the right, because your head stays fairly still here, but it doesn't look that comfortable. And that is because that your hips slid so far forward here. Your weight went way over to the left side. And we want to do this same idea, but you have to tilt more in this way. You see, if you tilted there, then your whole body, the lower part of your body, would stay over to the left. Your weight would be evenly distributed, more evenly distributed. This is too much weight on the front side here. You can almost see your right foot is coming up off the ground. We don't want to transfer that much weight to the left side. We want to keep it fairly even. Maybe even move to the right side just a tiny bit. I know that's sacrilege as far as second tilt goes, but that's the way the body works. So, but equal would be great, so that when you did the extending, tilting, turning, got into this position, there was more weight over on this right foot. In fact, in the second lesson, we started using a little bump to the right side right before you started swinging, just to remind you not to do this reverse type of pivot here, and keep the hips sort of in the same spot there until you started your downswing, and then move them forward out here. And that way you get a little extra momentum as well. so that was the process here, and we went through this a number of times. One of the ways that I was trying to get you to do that was not to move that knee to the inside. You could see it was going that way, and that was causing your whole body to move, to lean to the left, but rather have the knee come straight out. And so if I hobble out of the picture here, and then we can so it got a little better at this point. See, that's looking a little bit better, but it's still you can see your whole bottom part of your body is going over, and that weight is getting over onto the left side a little bit too much. We really want to keep that in the center more on the backswing, and then move it forward on the through swing. Okay, so but still in all with this let me just move this through here. Still in all with this process of extending, tilting, and then turning. See how your head ends up right in the same spot? See, now that looks much better. See, because this way during this one, extending. See where your hips are right now, right here. Now watch. If you extend, tilt, and then turn, now you see your hips are right in the middle. They're not way over here. This is much better. See, that's much better. Looks a lot better. See, they don't look like you're falling over here this way. This could be just a little bit more extended, so that your pelvis doesn't bend over. Don't bend over forward as much there, right? And rather you are tilted to the left here. So extending, tilt to the left, turn to the right, and that's the backswing. So that's real good. Everything looked real good there. And then it's just a matter of releasing the club and coming back down through impact. So, all right. So from the front, then I'll show you the two pictures. Whoops, that's not right. Two pictures from the front were those two pictures. So, oops. So this is where, come on. This is where you were at the top of your backswing originally, and then this is where we got to. Now look at the difference here, is that your hips have turned like maybe, well, I don't know what, just 20 degrees maybe, and here your hips have moved 40 degrees probably. That's a tremendous difference in power right there. Okay, and then look how much more athletic you look here than there too. And then you look at your shoulder. Your shoulder stopped over here. This hasn't even gotten to the left side of your face yet. Whereas here your shoulders have turned, because your hips have turned. It allowed your shoulders to turn a full 90 degrees. Okay, so once again, just the leaning to the left is something that we decided then we needed to work on in the third lesson. So from the back though, from the back though, this really looked good. Let me show you. From the back, it's really started to look good. I'll move this. Move this over a bit here. Alright, so if I draw, this was the second lesson, by the way, not the third. So if I draw from here a line up from the bottom of the club through your hands here, then up through your shoulder, we'll see what it looks like in terms of the backswing. See, your hands come right up in that wedge, and then they're dropping. You saw the way that it's moving almost straight back here. So I was trying to get you to go a little bit higher with your hands here, and you can see. But look how you come back right down through the same thing. That's sweet. That's sweet. Now that's way different than it was at the beginning, right? When you were coming over the top. Look at that. Beautiful inside out move. All right, so this is where you've done the extending, tilting, and turning. Now you're just working on getting into that position, and you can see that you keep coming down a little bit too low and not going up high enough. I'll show you when we get to the right spot here to where you do it correctly. Okay, so here, there we go. There. So that's where we want to end up. Right there. See that? So right there. Yep, that's it. Take a look at it. Memorize it. Right above the shoulder, basically. Now you started to get it here. Look at that. Look at that. That is really pretty, huh? Fabulous, fabulous job there, Steve. So much nicer. Look at that. That's in control. See, we're reducing variables. We're reducing a lot of variables, and it's going to make it much easier to come straight back down. You see, here you're not even swinging down. You're just letting the club fall. But actually, that's the way to do it when you're really swinging. You just let the club fall, and it naturally comes from the inside, see? You don't have to go through all that effort and all that work to get the club back right onto the ball, and you can see it comes right back to where you started. So, I mean, it's a lot easier to hit the ball that way than to try and force it. Okay? So that's really good work there. Very, very good. And here you actually step up and hit a ball. I erase these lines here. Oops. And then you watch yourself hit this ball here. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, but of course we do have that have the issue with the weight moving forward here, as opposed to keeping the weight equal between the two sides. But look at this. You practice this. You practice the downswing here. This is really nice. Look at this now. Here you're going to practice the downswing. Watch this. See, because we had to go back and work on the, this was right after we worked with the smash bag again, because you were starting to flip the club. Remember when you first started this, this was your impact position right here, where you had flipped the club, and the club was pointing left, and you lost all that power, as opposed to this, that's really pretty. Okay, so we were trying to make sure that we got all the way through here to the smash bag position, which is this position here. So this is really nice. See, look at this. It's almost as if the smash bag is still there. Look at that. See the difference? This is where you're using the smash bag. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You can do it in slow motion. And then of course here this was lesson 2, so we hadn't really worked on bending this hip, bending this at the waist the other way, the side tilt to the right, in order to create what we now know. What we now know is the position we're going for, and that's this position. So you see the difference there, where you stood up here, your weight is on the left side, but your whole body has moved forward, as opposed to this tilt right here. This is the right tilt in stack and tilt. So in this case, we've extended, tilted to the right, and then turned to the left. So it's the opposite, complete opposite of the backswing. That's the way the biomechanics work. And if you do this, as opposed to standing up here on the left, you still got to get your weight over. See, his hips are way forced out here. They call it tucking the hips, as you remember that term. Tucking the hips. You got it after a while. Let's take a look at how you did it. I'm going to go to a different set of video here. And this was now the third lesson where you're practicing that. Look at how you're switching that weight. See this time. See the tremendous difference between that and the and where you did this. Let me show you. See that versus this. See, so your whole, see the way your hips stayed this way, stayed back here as opposed to moving forward. So your weight actually is more distributed. Look, it looks almost even, That's perfect. But your hips have still rotated. Your hands are way up here. Your turn is much greater. And so this was the third lesson. So we're working on switching that weight back and forth to see how your weight is going. Now your weight, I love this. Your weight is just going back and forth between the two feet. Back and forward. Forwards. There. Your hips. There, you get your hips out. There you go. See that? There. Look at that position right there. Does that look like the smash bag right there? No flipping going on there at all. Perfect. Look at that. You're almost posted up straight on that leg. You got to tilt here. Let me get Lee's picture back here for you. And here it is. See, so it's starting to get there. Your head is still pointing down at the ball. This is a tremendous difference between what we just looked at before. You know, not quite yet, but you'll get there. It takes a little work on flexibility. Perfect, though. Really nice. Look at that. You gotta keep that head down now. But look at the way you're dancing back and forth between those legs. And that's getting your weight over to the left. That's tremendous power as the movement over to the left side during the swing. Boom. Yes. Excellent. Really good. Okay. And then let's see some more here. Look at that. Look at that move right here. Watch. See those hips? Look at those hips move forward. See what I mean by when you're sliding your hips laterally, that's what's changing the weight. See how it moves the weight over? Look at how that leg just got rid of all the weight. The weight is over here. And so when you get to impact position, like in the drill shot, your weight is on the left side, your hands haven't flipped. That's beautiful, Steve. Beautiful. Look at that. That's fabulous. Okay? Fabulous. Weight on the left. Hands ahead of the club head. Fabulous. Really good. Really good. Boom. Yep. I like it a lot. I really like it. So you're doing a great job here. See the rocking back and forth. Boom. It's mostly just going from equal all to the left side. Equal weight on both to the left side. Okay? Nice. Okay, so now we're talking about hitting walls here. You can feel it. I hope you've been practicing this because that was the move right there. See, so we started out by making a little bump to the right. See, to get that weight, to keep that weight from the reverse pivot, like that. That's great. See, little bump to the right. and your hands straight back. No, what I'm saying here is that we don't want any of this wrist flipping. You see, this wrist flipping. You want to bring that straight back like that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so there's that little bump to the right. So that this keeps you from putting too much weight on your left side and doing a reverse pivot. That's good. Sort of keeps the weight even. Then you're getting all the pieces. See, this is the biomechanics of the swing, all the pieces. It's extending, tilting, and turning on the backswing, and then the opposite, extending, right tilting, and left turning on the through swing. Beautiful. Boom. Very nice. Very, very nice. Yeah. So, let's see what else we got here. We're just trying some more of the same. Look at that. Doesn't that look sweet? It looks sweet compared to this guy over here. Who's this guy? Alright. Boom. Nice. Really sweet. I'm going to actually hit some balls here. Okay, here you go. Just doing a little rehearsal. It's good. Look at that move. See that move? See how well distributed your weight is there? Fabulous. Fabulous. Yep. Excellent work. Watch you hit one here. Look at those hands. See, you didn't rotate at all. You're just taking them straight back. Everything's moving at one piece. Beautiful, Steve. Really good work. Really nice. Getting there. Getting there. As I recall, you hit that one pretty damn well. Yep. Alrighty. So here's where you were actually really starting to feel it now. So you're extending, and then tilting, and you got the feel. Now this is for the through swing. Tilting, that's the tilt. Look at that's the tilt right there. Now all you have to do is turn, and your shoulders right over the ball, and your head. If you gotta keep your head still over the ball too, as you turn toward the target. You see how your head moves forward? You gotta make sure and keep that head back and get that weight. So the movement of the hips out this way, thrusting the hips forward, is what puts the weight over this left side while your head stays over the ball. So that once again we try and get into this position over here. So see how close you're getting? You're getting it. You are getting it. No question about it. Nicely done. See that one move there where it goes from there to where your head is? See where your head is here? The head is here. And then as you move, see how far your head moves forward? Yeah. So we got to get that so your head, look at that. So your head stays back this way so that it ends up looking more like this. Right? Yeah. Very, very good. Very good. Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you again soon. I think it will be within the next day or two. I'll give you a call. And in the meantime, great work. Look at that. Great, great work.